Here's the thing. I'm going to be straight up with you guys. I know that I usually do a horror video, but I just have to say this. I'm a huge fan of Fear Factor. I love that show. Do not get it twisted. I love Fear Factor. I really do. For anybody that doesn't know, Fear Factor is a show that encourages or tries to get its contestants to do stunts. Try to get them to face their fears. That's why it's called Fear Factor. They eat gross things. They jump off buildings. They do all kinds of things like that. It came out in June of 2001, June 11th, and it was presented by NBC. I didn't start watching the show until about maybe over a year later. I started watching in December of 2002. I used to watch it with my grandfather. We got a kick out of Fear Factor. And I really enjoyed it. One of the first episodes that I watched was the Christmas episode of Fear Factor, where they ate 100-year-old eggnog. I mean, that shit was awesome. I thought Fear Factor was an awesome show. And I watched it all the way until they canceled it in 2006. And I was really bummed about it. But then in 2011, late 2011 at that, I heard that they were bringing it back. But I had to confirm it. You know, I don't just believe anything. I have to go online and confirm these things. So I went online, looked it up, and they really did bring it back. It premiered on, I believe, it says here November 12th, 2011. I thought it was December something, but you know, Wikipedia, they can be a little funny with their information. And I used to even watch it on Chiller at that. And they said here that Fear Factor was getting poor ratings by 2006. That's why they canceled it. But anyway, I used to watch it faithfully every freaking Monday night before I would watch Monday Night Raw, because Fear Factor would come on at 8 o'clock on NBC. And back then, Raw was only 2 hours, so actually it was a perfect fit. But that's not why I'm here today, because I just want to say that Fear Factor was awesome back then. Even the 2011 reboot was cool. But then on May 30th, 2017, they did something that I really didn't expect them to do. They rebooted it again. And ever since 2012, I looked Fear Factor up, and they didn't say anything about rebooting it. But then suddenly in May of 2017, they decide to reboot the show. But check this out. They put Ludacris in as the host. Ludacris. You know, this guy. See the picture of him? That's the guy they put in as the host. That's who they pick. I don't understand why they didn't just pay Joe Rogan the money and try to get him back. He's well worth it. listen to me very carefully. I don't care how I sound by speaking this next statement. You can say I'm a reverse racist, say whatever the fuck you want, whatever. I'm all for the uplifting of my people, black people. I'm all for it. I've gotten into civil rights and everything. I'm all for that shit. But let me tell you something. Hip hop don't mix with everything. Rap don't mix with everything. Rap and Fear Factor don't mix. Just like rappers and Halloween don't mix. They put Ludacris as the host of Fear Factor. I really don't know what to say about that. I don't agree with that decision at all. He doesn't fit the show at all. Nothing about him says or screams Fear Factor. I really don't approve of what they did. But hey, it is what it is. If they want to put Ludacris in there, I mean, I'm still going to watch the show. Because like I said, I'm a fan of the show. But they changed so much. Now the stuff is called Beat the Beast and Face Your Fear and The Final Fear. It's like, then he's got this thing called the Ludacris stunt. It's like, I get that he's trying to make it his own. But let me tell you something. Fear Factor is the house that Joe Rogan built. And whether you like Ludacris or not, he simply doesn't fit the show. Like I said, I'm all for the uplifting of my people. But Ludacris doesn't fit. Because he tries to be hip with everything. Tries throwing all the slang in there. And I get it. Look, I'm all for that. But it doesn't mix with Fear Factor. It just doesn't. Not to mention the new song that they have. I like the other song better. Which is why you hear it playing now. Because this is the song that was on Fear Factor first. I'm sorry. I like helping my people, like I keep saying. But he just doesn't fit. You shouldn't put a rapper on Fear Factor. Who's next? Snoop Dogg? I'm sorry, it just doesn't work. I don't like the Fear Factor reboot. I just watch it because I'm a fan of the franchise in general. I like Fear Factor. But Ludacris does not fit the show. Hashtag bring Joe Rogan back. You just don't fit, bro. I'm sorry. You're freaking annoying on Fear Factor. We get it. You're trying to be hip. You're trying to be cool. We all get it, bro. You're a rapper. You don't have to speak slang the whole time you're on there. Yo, man, I'm Ludacris, man. Welcome to Fear Factor. The stunts you're about to see are ludicrous. What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? I just don't like it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to take up any more of you guys' time. I'm sorry that I took up this much. I just had to come on here and say this. I hate the Fear Factor reboot. Let me know what you guys think of it. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm a black guy, and I'm telling you, Ludacris doesn't fit. Bring Joe Rogan back. Because see, with me, it's not about race, it's about right and wrong. And Ludacris just doesn't fit. No rapper fits Fear Factor. Even if he was white, it just doesn't work. But that's my opinion on it. If you guys want to watch the new Fear Factor, it comes on MTV on Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock. So look out for it if you want to see it. I really enjoyed the stuff they had on there, like the home invasion and stuff like that, with the original version of Fear Factor. But this version is stupid. I don't know. I just don't like it. Anyways, bye guys. I'm out. The new Fear Factor sucks. I'm just going to watch it because I'm a fan in general. And I want to see what they're going to come up with. But they need to get rid of Ludacris. He doesn't fit. The only fear that I have is that he's going to ruin the brand of Fear Factor. I'm out. I approve this message.